Our hour makes and switching the time. You know what I mean? Before, roughly at this time, we used to have light. Now, we got shit. I'm gonna have to invest on a flashlight. Flashlight. What's good, my boy? What's cracking like in? Man, I don't like the fact that it be getting dark too soon, my boy. It's like, the fuck happens to the day, bro? It should be dark as hell, like roughly around 5 already, bro. It's like su puta madre. Uno ni puede hacer nada, nah. I mean, you could, but you already know playing in the dark will get you sparked. At the Halle, my boy, which is my second time of the day, because I had to come early in the morning. Now we're back. Valiendo ver. Queríamos norte. Meaning the state, not the gang. I know, serio, my boy. I feel you, bro. It's like by five, this shit's already dark, bro. It's like, no mames. That's crazy. At least por lo menos when I used to come out for my breaks, you know, at least you would see the sun. But now when I come out of my breaks and it's dark, I literally feel like I'm at work all day. Which kind of technically I am. Pero ni modo, es la vida de pobre. But it's all good. We can still smile. ¿Te imaginas, güey? Ahorita hay gente que tiene millones and they're stressing over money right now. That's crazy, huh? Yeah, rich people stressing over money. Like in our company, when the owners come, then the owners have feria, right? These fools are stressing over money, my boy, and it's like, yo, you fools are multi-millionaires, dog. How the fuck are you stressing over money? And not only that, but these fools refuse to spend money, dog. Like, they won't spend money, and it's like they absolutely have to. And it's like, what good is having all that money then? Like, you just want to save it? That's crazy. There's a fool that we work with también who's like that, like the vato. You know, he gets paid good, right? And he never wants to spend his money, bro. Never, you know, he'll drink the water from the thing. Like, he'll just get like a snack. Like, the homie refuses to spend feria, my boy. Like, le pica, fool. You know? Homie doesn't even have a phone, dog, because he doesn't want to pay the phone bill. And I'm telling you, this vato gets paid well. He doesn't got no child support or no nothing like that, fool. Or no, like, bills or nothing like that. But, homie just... That's crazy. Like, his wallet will be full of money, bro, but that fool just won't waste money. And I always told him, it's stupid to carry your wallet like that, bro, because, man, all it takes is one time, 1 second, my boy, for somebody to catch you out there, bro, and you're going to lose all of that, dog. And it's not if it's going to happen, but only a matter of when. Especially if you're whipping out your wallet like that. You know, it's never good to do that. What are your thoughts on house raids when Judas break into your home looking for dope? What do you mean break into your home like illegally? Like they used to do before? Because they don't do that no more. But before they used to do that. They used to even do it like they would break into your home to bug it. But now it's against the law. And I understand that cops still do things, you know, behind the scenes, you know, against the law, whatever. But see, the thing is that now it's a lot more difficult for them to get away with that shit. Before, even if they would do it, but now, just like now, it's harder for criminals to get away with their shit. Now it's harder for even those fools to get away with their shit too. You know, it didn't only become difficult for us, but it became difficult for them too. Because you have to keep this in mind. Because people will be like, nah, but see, they're Judas, my boy, so they'll be able to pull it off. Like, no, because we live in an era now, bro, where everyone is just looking to take out each other. Like, if they have information on you, bro, they'll just fucking just throw it out there just to bring you down, just to, you know, take your place, bro. Now people are willing just to throw everyone under the bus. So, and the thing is that when you do things like that, it always takes, you know, a group of individuals. And doing anything with a group of individuals is always a risk because all it takes is for one of those individuals to break and the show's over. You know what I mean? That it's a gamble with anything they do. That's why even when they say like that SPM was being set up, right? Like, oh, it's because they want to set up SPM. Like, bro, do you know how many people would have to be involved in order to set that fool up, bro? Not only be involved, but risking their jobs. Not only risking their jobs, risking their freedom because they could get arrested, right? Lose their job and get arrested. A lot of people would have to be involved, bro. It's not like it's just the Huda setting him up, bro. You know, you gotta, in order to falsify all of that, bro, you know, because there's different, you know, like you would have to, you know, pay off, you know, the DA, you would have to pay off the people that are involved with the evidence, right? The keeping of the evidence, you would have to pay off so many people, bro, you know, for this shit for you to pull this thing off, right? And you're telling me all of these motherfuckers are risking their jobs to bring down SPM? Pues, ¿qué estaba haciendo el güey? Setting out warehouses for concerts? Like, that's what he was doing? That's not madre. I didn't realize the vato was making that many moves. Fucking fools don't even know who SPM is. Like, oh, you're a rapper? Oh. Like, they think, because how they bump SPM, they think everybody hears SPM too. Like, bro, half of the world doesn't even know who the fuck that fool is. I mean, it's far-fetched when it comes to Tupac, bro. Imagine when it comes to SPM. Now, it would occur before. You know, people used to get set up before. But like I said, before was a whole lot different of how they ran stuff than now, right? Now you have to go through all kinds of shit. And each shit has its people, you know, running it and keeping records. Not like before, you know what I mean? Whereas like they really didn't prioritize in keeping records or even checking and shit like that, bro. Everything was done half-assed, you know what I mean? Like, don't think that the criminals from back then were getting away with so many murders because they were chingon murderers. It's just that people weren't really putting that much effort or really taking care of like evidence and you know what I mean? So it's not that these fools were like the best killers of all time. It's just that the way shit was structured before was sloppy. You know, it's kind of like even with the basketball, like they'd be like, oh yeah, no, it's because back then it was stubborn. Now the league has changed, so these fools wouldn't survive in this type of league now. It's like, bro, how shit was ran back then is different how it's ran now, bro. You can't say that, you know, they'll exceed in all of this because you know how they say that basketball is like softer nowadays or whatever. So they said, imagine Jordan was averaging 40 back then nowadays NBA he'll be averaging like 68. Bro, and then you go watch those games and you see how sloppy their defenses was and no effort being made, and it's like, this is the elite defense that people were talking about. That's crazy, huh? My homie's father, not too long ago, got his house raided while he was home, and that's when they're doing when they got a search warrant to raid your house, bro. That's when and I know this because my house has gotten raided a shitload of times. I would say maybe like a good, I don't know, six times. And let me tell you something. When they come and raid your pad, my boy, they come and they fuck shit up, my boy. They literally fuck shit up. You know, they have us right there handcuffed and shit, right? So, you know, we're scoping it out, bro. These vatos, my boy, these fools, to some of the stuff, my boy, it's like they're not even looking for nothing, bro. They just fuck it up just to fuck it up, just to be assholes, bro. And it's like, and I swear to God, bro, that these fools do that kind of mamada, bro. Even when my ranfla, fool, they would fuck up my ranfla. They would tear my shit up, bro. And I'll be like, hey, you fucking ripped my shit. And they'll be like, well, fix it. Palabra, fool, I'm not even making that shit up, bro. And it's like, and people will be like, oh, well, you're a gang member, so you brought this upon yourself. Like, nah, bro, at that time, bro, like, I didn't even have anything on me, and I was just going to go drop off some lunch to my wife at work, bro. You know what I mean? But then these fools seen me and they were just like, I swear to God, no lie, when I get pulled over, bro, they bring in like 6 squad cars and they make a mean, I'll have my kids and everything, bro. They'll make a mean fiasco, bro. And they'll be like, oh, it's because of your record. And we're like, bro, like, do you see me? Like, if I'm gangbanging right now, bro, got my kids and everything like that, you fools are straight goofies, dog. But they don't give a fuck, homie. I mean, we're all happy on our way to fucking go get like some McFlurries or some shit. And they make up the most stupidest reasons why they pull me over, bro. Like, oh, it's because we got a report of a crime and you fit the description, or that my blinker blinked too quick. Like I was making a turn and that my blinker was blinking too quick. I swear to God, that one time they used that one. One time they had even used that my car was low, that it was too low when their fucking shit was lower than mine, bro. I told them, yours is lower than mine. Like, we're not talking about my car. We're talking about yours. Like, that's crazy, bro. And I know people are saying, like, well, you just keep your mouth shut. Like, you know, if you keep aggravating, nah, we have rights in this fucking country, bro. And if these motherfuckers are going to come at me like that, no, then you're entitled to defend yourself if you know you're not doing nothing wrong, bro. You know, to let these fools walk all over you. Because they don't have the right to do that. They don't have the right to harass you. They don't have that right. You got to know your laws and know that you have rights, that they can't treat you like that, despite whatever the fuck you had done before. You know what I mean? Because then what's the whole point of rehabilitation? You know what I mean? If you're not really believing that these people are changing their lives or being rehabilitated, or for the matter of why they should change, why should they better themselves if you're still going to see them as pieces of shit? Yeah, you're really encouraging them to do better for themselves. Money from dope slanging. Yeah, bro, dope slanging is selling dope, bro, is only a matter of time before your shit gets hit, bro. You know what I mean? It's just that there's too many people involved. Not only is there too many people involved, you have a lot of people who have an addiction involved, bro. And when you have people that have an addiction involved, bro, it is really hard to maintain anything like that, bro. Just because these people are so unstable. You don't know what they're going to do, because as legit as they think that they have the drugs under control, or that they're able to control their thoughts and stuff like that, no, they can't, bro. Like, this is something that was designed, you know what I mean, to release chemicals in your brain, bro. What makes you think that you're able to control that, bro? Like what makes you think that your willpower will have like some control over that, bro? Like, your brain is already fucking, you know, has already, you know, created, you know, ideas and solutions way before you even, you know, realize them. People don't have control over their fucking mental. Your mental controls you. A conspiracy, but there was good detectives as back then. Oh, no, yeah. Don't get me wrong. There was good detectives back then. No doubt about that. I think the reason for that, too, though, is that a lot of people now have gotten lazy, right? They rely too much on how could I say, like, as great as our science is right now, right? As advanced as it is right now, it's still not perfect, right? So it still has its flaws to it, right? And you just going out there and actually hands-on being in the field, bro, will give you results a lot faster. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, that's where they get the idea to even invent these, you know, scientific technology stuff, bro, because of the hands-on. You know, because the idea had to come from somewhere. Do you think murder is impossible to get away with, or just very difficult? No, murder is not impossible to get away with, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. If you were to look, because this is all public record, bro. If you were to look into, like, police precincts, right? Like, their precincts, you would be mind blown at how many cold cases they have, bro. Your jaw will drop, bro. We're talking about thousands, my boy. And we're talking about each precinct, fool. Unsolved murders, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. Unsolved murders, a shitload, homie, a shitload. And the ones to them that is really hard for them to solve is gang-related murders. Why are they the hardest to solve? Because there's no connection. You know what I mean? When somebody has a connection to the person that they killed, it's a lot easier to because of the profile, it's a lot easier to find the motive and to trace that back to the individual compared to two people who have never ran into each other and never had no communication, nothing like that. All it was is just they bumped into each other that one night and it was like, where you from? And bam, and that's it. And for the Huda to try to locate that person, bro, is very difficult. You know what I mean? The reason why they're helped a lot nowadays is because these idiots decide to tell the whole world, bro, and show it off in pictures and you know what I mean? And not only that, but they don't even bother to stake out the area, right? To watch to where there's cameras. That way, when you take your getaway route, you don't go down the main boulevard that's full of so many cameras. Like if you're looking to get away, why are you going down the main boulevards, the main intersections, bro? All the main intersections have cameras in them. You're supposed to take little streets. And as a matter of fact, when you do the thing, you're supposed to, go to the nearest, safe spot and throw a park because they're going to be looking for a car that's fleeing the scene at a high rate of speed, bro. And then you just sit there, you chill, you relax, and let your body temperature get cold and the car as well, right? And then, when time, because they're not going to suspect, the person's still in the, perimeter, they're actually going to start traveling further away. Then you flee the scene, calm and collect. And like I said, you don't go bumping it or dressed all baggied out. No, you go normal. Stay in school better. What am I over here talking about? I got pulled over by the hood. I was fucking got arrested and said, "We're telling me I passed a stop sign." I know, don't invent scenarios, bro. And it's worse when there's two of them because they could say whatever they want and people are gonna believe it because it's two against one, right? These two are saying, that you passed the stop sign and you have nobody to, show your side of the story, so you lost. And these fools know that, bro. They're tripping. Scandalous. And people are like, nah, but they're good guys. They wouldn't do that kind of stuff. Like, they don't know humanity. Like, I guess they haven't interacted with that many people before. Like, some of these people look to become officers because they want that power. They want the power to control and to assert and dominate. They love that, bro. And they utilize and take advantage as far as it could go, bro. That's why so many cops, as a matter of fact, the problem is so out of control. That's why within law enforcement, they have, something that's there to investigate police officers because of the amount of rogue police officers that there is. And the police officers don't like them people. That's crazy. My brother-in-law, he's a cop, right? And, my brother-in-law, his father's a gang member, his brother as well, and stuff like that, right? So he understands, right, the dynamics of like, now him, he says a lot of his coworkers, do illegal stuff and are not the best of people, bro. Some, not all, and he says that's crazy because their supervisors will be aware of them being intoxicated or under the influence of a controlled substance, right? But they won't say nothing. They'll keep it under wraps because they're afraid of, like how the hell were you guys not aware of this? And an investigation now is going to fall on whoever's in charge of the precinct, right? So he doesn't want to be in the hot seat, so they keep all of that shit under wraps, bro. And I'm telling you, when these hoodas used to take homies, drugs and shit like that, I mean, don't get me wrong, they would let us go, but as an exchange, that was crazy, bro. Because no lie, when we were youngsters and before, and the older homies used to say the shit that the hoodas would bust, I would be like, man, like you lying, my boy. Just say you got caught, homie, palabra, fool. And then until this shit started happening and I started actually, really witnessing it, and I'm just like, damn, I guess the homie wasn't lying. But at first, some of the homies, I really didn't believe them, bro. Like, nah, this one just doesn't want to admit that he fucked up. You know what I mean? Because I would have never thought. And then when these fools started busting, and for no reason too, I was just like, like, all right. Like, I know, okay. Like now I see what what people talking about. And it's all right, you know what I mean? You chunk it up as a lot. All right, you guys do whatever the fuck you guys gotta do. They don't do the footwork. Yeah, they don't do the footwork. How are you? I'm good, and yourself? Good evening, MOD in the chat. What's good, my boy? What's cracking lacking? Ah, the drunken chef is definitely in the building. What's cracking, my boy? They said 4 sheriffs employees committed suicide within 24-hour period. That is very strange. 4 sheriffs employees committed. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not buying that story at all. There's more to that story. There's no way in hell. I mean, you have a greater chance of getting hit by lightning 3 times than that shit happening. And the thing with them was that the story that they would give, they wouldn't even do no follow-ups or nothing like that, bro. It was just like, yeah, all right, I believe him. Because why would the gang members be telling the truth? Well, why the fuck would they be lying? They have no reason why to lie. I mean, they're fucked anyways. Has a cop ever took any of your homies, feria or dope? Yes, my boy. I seen it, my boy. I have seen them with my own eyes and everything like that, my boy. No lie. This is another trippy one. One time, we were gonna go pick up the homegirls, right? And we're in the homie's whip, right? And there was like 8 of us, bro. And homie had a little something, and some of us had knives, and we had illegal controlled substance and whatever. And we got pulled over right in front of the homegirl's pad, whatever. These was whatever, bam. They get us, they search us, they find everything, bro. We're like, all right, well, we're done. You know what I mean? We're, cancel Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And then these fools went by their car, whatever, bro. On everything I love, on my kids and everything like that. They came back, bro, and they were like, we're almost off the clock, bro. We really don't want to fucking deal with this shit. So we're going to put all your guys' fucking shit in the trunk of your car. And we're going to let you guys go. Because he already knew one of the little homies there. I fucking know you. You already know. I'll fucking make sure. If you guys do some shit, I'll make sure that I come and I fucking, I'll make sure that I really bring all your foods down. And we're going to put this shit in the trunk, and you're going to fucking leave. You're going to get the fuck out of our city. And we're like, all right, cool. We're like, there's no way in hell these fools are going to put the shit in the trunk. You know what I mean? Guess what? These motherfuckers put the shit in the trunk, bro. And we left, and we didn't go back to that. We did later on that nothing like that. We all right, fair deal. If a homie were to tell me that story, I would be like, you're a fucking liar, dog. Palabra. That's one of the ones that I will never forget, bro. That how lazy. Imagine we were kids at the time, so we're like, fuck yeah, right? Now looking back as an adult, I'm like, how fucking lazy is that, though? Like, you're looking to get off the clock, and you really trying to put up with that? Damn, because he didn't know. We were young at the time. For all they know, we would have came back and used those shits or something. You know what I mean? But we're like, all right, we respected the fair deal. You know, we can at least respect that, right? That one was crazy. That one right there to me was crazy, bro. I was like, it's a good thing that there was so many of us, right? So when we were telling people that, like, motherfuckers are lying. Like, nah, dick, ask all these fools. That shit was crazy though, bro. Because we're already thinking, all right, that's it, we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of just like, well, it is what it is. Contrary to what people believe, like, people were panicking. Nah, at that age, I mean, at that age, I don't ever remember panicking or anything like that. We actually really didn't care. We didn't really care much for the consequences. It was like, like, hey, you're gonna go and do all kinds of time. Like, all right, I get it. That's crazy though, you know, like looking back at all that shit, you know, and it's like, man, imagine we were all roughly the same age, you know, like about 3 other homies were actually younger. And for you know, kids at that age not to give a fuck about their lives or their future and shit like that is wild. Saying this drug money get. Oh yeah, bro, because they ain't stupid too, bro. They go and sell that shit, bro, and then they get all that revenue. Because remember, them fools don't really get paid all that much either, bro, and they're risking their lives, bro. You know what I mean? Like they're risking their actual lives on a day to day, and just to get paid what they get paid, bro. You know what I mean? And not only to get paid shitty money for risking your lives, but the community doesn't like you, right? And your supervisors are not gonna, you know, defend you guys in case some shit happens. You know what I mean? You're gonna get shitted on by even your supervisors because they're scared of the outcry of the people. So then now they make examples out of their fellow police officers, right? They'll make sure that they come at them hard, you know, instead of like, you know, maybe sometimes these fools, you know, they didn't do nothing wrong, right? But because of the stigma that now is attached to it, right? It's different. Like me, for example, even though everything I have been through with the Hura and all of this madre they have done, I'm never gonna say like, oh, this motherfucker is guilty or he did do it. Like, nah, maybe he did do it, but I'm not gonna say he did it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we don't know that to be, you know, facts, right? And some of them fools are just looking to do their jale and actually care about their community and shit like that, right? It's a job, bro. And I mean, I can't be mad because somebody grew up to be wanting to, you know, better their community and be a righteous individual and stop crime. I gotta be mad at that. They keep your neighborhood safe and shit like that, right? So therefore, you know, to actually say defund the police or remove the police, that is the most stupidest shit I have ever fucking heard. Like, what do you mean remove the police? What I think needs to happen is that they need to train their police officers better, right? They need to give them more psychological courses because these fools, you know, see a lot, you know, on the field, right? They experience a lot, and everything, you know, that they have ever believed gets put to the test, right? Their religion, their humanity, their sexuality, you know, everything, bro, because they see the worst of the worst and get called, you know, all kinds of shit, and people want to take their lives. So all that stress, bro, that they have to deal with, right? And, you know, they see some gruesome shit, you know, some scenes, some crime scenes, they walk into pinches kids dead. Like, they see all kinds of shit, bro, right? And that's going to take a toll on any motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's going to take a toll on you, bro, right? So then how you look at society and how you look at individuals is going to start changing, bro. Because you know the fucking madness that's out there that it'll start to consume you, you know what I mean? Like, you know, nah, fuck this fool. I'm just gonna smoke this fool. You know? Like you don't know if he actually did it or not, you know what I mean? But because of the rage that you feel, you know, you have the gun, right? You have the bash, bro, and you could do it. You could legitimately do it and get away with it. If you know, if you allow your emotions to get the best of you. You know what I mean? And they know that, they're aware of that I could just smoke this fool right now. And, you know, I mean, I'll probably get, you know, a week suspension or some shit like that, right? And having that option, right? Or, you know, on you, bro, that's a lot too, to deal with too, right? As being responsible, right? So we're talking about a lot of shit mentally that they have to deal with, right? And they never give them no psychological courses. All they literally have to do is, you know, obstacle courses and like, the shooting shit, but never no psychological things, right? Like understanding human behavior, understanding how to de-escalate scenarios and situations, how to recognize, what an individual is willing to do or is about to do, right? Compared to maybe this guy's just having a bad day and he's looking for attention, right? Compared to, this motherfucker is really looking to kill somebody right now, right? And that's why these fools, they can't tell the difference, right? So that's why the first thing that they always do is go straight for their guns, bro, and start shooting when this fool wasn't even armed, right? But because, remember, their adrenaline is rushing, fucking scene is chaotic, all kinds of shit is going on all at once. Now, so these fools, and now they have to react and to keep your composure and make a good decision at that moment, and providing no actual psychological lessons for that. Then they wonder why all these fools be doing the shit that they do. Train your police officers better. No one's saying that you to remove police officers. We're saying train them better. Not physically, not stay in shape. We mean mentally, bro. That way they're able to understand, and de-escalate a scenario. And people can't say that shit doesn't fucking work. That's why they haven't, the interrogators for, who are able to get the guy to put the guns down and shit like that. Because that motherfucker's actually trained for that. He knows what to say to these fools to get them to calm down. And to, give up. That's why they bring that one motherfucker, because he's trained. How about you do that with your police officers, bro? And don't tell me that you don't have the fucking money for it, because billions and billions of dollars get put into these precincts out of our taxpayer money and no results are being made, bro. So it makes you wonder, where's all this money going to? And then you start seeing the supervisors and the chiefs and all that with big ass cantonas and the newest whips, and you're like, orale. All right. See where my paycheck's going now? Huh. Nice size, monthly paycheck. They get paid monthly. Ches vatos. Like, orale. No wonder why these streets ain't getting cleaned up. Because, these motherfuckers get billions of dollars, bro. And it's like, what do they decide to do with the money? Buy these fucking grenade launchers and tactical vehicles and shit like that. And it's like, what the fuck do you guys need that for? Like, for what? The common person that will have a knife, a pencil, some scissors, and the most extreme motherfucker might have an AK-47, might, right? You're telling me that M16s, those fucking shotguns, and multiple of you motherfuckers flash grenades is not enough, that you gotta get these fucking tanks and shit like that? Who the fuck are you guys fighting? Russia? Like, yeah, we go invest in this. Like, why the fuck do you guys feel the need that you guys have to be armed like that? As far as I remember, I'm pretty sure that fucking Beretta will be able to blow some motherfuckers' arms off. These fools are crazy, bro. Like, they gotta be prepared just in case. Then what the fuck is the fucking, the army for then, right? That's why you call them when shit, like, gets way too out of hand? That's the reason for them? Why are you gonna have your police officers armed just like the military? And then wonder why the people in the community are not calm, right? You're gonna get them wondering and worrying. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. It's like where they choose to fund the money, they fund it in the most stupidest places, right? Even our educational system, right? Like that's why we have the board of education, right? Their job is to, find solutions and how to fix problems and stuff like that, right? And yet they could never come to with any solutions, right? And it's like, what the fuck do you guys get paid for? Same with police officers, right? Like, so you're telling me out of all y'all motherfuckers, none of you folks could have came with a good solution? Like, all of you guys were like, how about we get some tanks? Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, let's get some tanks. I mean, how often do you really see a fucking tank come into the ghettos and shit like that? I mean, don't get me wrong, it does happen, but I mean, how often, right? And you spend how much on that motherfucker? to use it once in a full blue moon. And then, hey, people at ease, your money's being used for, for stuff that's going to bring progress. Really. Because it doesn't really bring progress, right? Especially when people talk about gentrification. They're fixing the communities, bro. They're fixing these areas, man. Look at how nice it looks. They're not fixing nothing. The only thing that's happening is they're removing those people that were living there. And now those people are living somewhere else. And now that area's fucked up. But now this area's nice. So they literally they switched. So nothing's getting fixed, bro. Yeah, this city's not nice now, but now that city's fucked up. So, but now maybe the people that live in that city will actually be like, yes, progress being made, and oh, look, change is happening. Like, really, go tell the people that now live in that area over there. Go tell them, es cierto, change is being made. And like, that's retarded. The more stupider part about all of this is that they're like, okay, they'll raise the price and these gang members will have to move because gang members don't work and gang members are broke and gang members this and that. Like, bro, like they have, remodeled my neighborhood, right? And they put new apartments. Pinche rent is expensive. Guess what? Our homies live in those new apartments. And those shit's already tagged up. Because guess what? They could afford the rent. Because guess what? They're not broke ass motherfuckers. And guess what? They do have jobs. No, they're not. That's why they're in the street. They don't ever leave work or what? People don't believe in coming out of work? Like, people work, bro. They just go before work or after work or on their days off. Like, you know what I mean? Or when people be like, these fools ain't really on the streets, because if they were really on the street, they wouldn't be on YouTube. Like, the 10 minutes it takes to make a video, so then you can't be in the streets potentially the other amount of time. This fuck is never in the street. I was on YouTube right now. Like, oh, I forgot that 10 minutes, counts for the whole day. It's because lies, That's one thing that I tell, like, when people are like, man, why don't these kids believe, when people tell them that about these life and shit like that, is because you're telling them that gang members are broke and that gang members are this and that, right? And these people kick it with them. And they see that what you said and what they're seeing is a complete opposite. Trust me, I was getting told the same thing too. And then when I would go kick with the homies, they had jobs, they had whips, they had their own places. People, they live with their moms and everything like that. Bro, when I hang down the block, bro, none of the homies live with their moms, dog. So, in my head, I just start thinking, these fools are haters, they're fucking just liars and shit like that. Not knowing that they were just telling me this for my best interest, right? Because as a kid, you're not seeing it from that sense, right? Because you're just mad, right? You're mad at your overall situation, right? So, and like I said, a child's common sense is different from an adult's, right? So they're not seeing that part that your family's doing it because they care and stuff like that, right? Especially when they refuse to show any type of emotion, right? Like any type of affection. Their form of affection is by threatening you and beating you. And you already know growing up that people only beat up and threaten people they don't like, right? When somebody doesn't like somebody, they beat them up and shit like that, and you talk shit to them, right? And you know this because of the TV shows you watch and the Disney movies and all the shit you're being fed as a kid, right? So then your parents are coming at you aggressively and coming at you like this. Now puberty hits, right? When your mind starts to wonder, like, man, like, do they think I'm really stupid? Like, am I a fuck up? Because you're so used to hearing that instead of like, I love you or let's have a conversation, right? That you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And mostly because of raza, you already know it's hard for males to show any type of affection to their kids, right? So they probably think, well, this motherfucker don't like me anyways, you know what I mean? I'm a failure to him either way, right? So, you know what I mean? Might as well take my ass out there. And then when now you're getting arrested and shit like that, and they're telling you, mi hijo and everything, now they want to be in your life. Now you don't know if this shit's an act or what the fuck is going on, right? Like, Oh, so now I'm important. So you did care. You just didn't want to show it. So you didn't actually give a fuck. You think this shit is all cool, huh? Because remember, a kid's now temper, it's hard to control his temper and his emotions now, bro. So getting him to now, see it from your perspective or understand, bro, it's gonna be very difficult, homie. Very difficult. Right? But people don't see that part, right? They don't grab the concept of all of that, right? They don't understand none of that. Like, well, they do care about them. Yes. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying that motherfucker doesn't know that. You know what I mean? Because they're showing all the opposite of how you're supposed to show somebody you care about them. You know what I mean? That's why it's important to show your kids affection and interaction and how you talk to them, right? And why it's important to express yourself, right? Instead of being like, nah, I don't have to tell them. They know that I care about them. The more crazier part about it is that why does it bother people to actually show any type of affection towards their kids? Like why are you ashamed of that for? Like, now let's tackle that problem. Let's get to the root of that. So that's interesting because, like I said, people just don't feel how they feel for absolutely no reason. There's always a reason why people say, do, and feel the way they do, bro. Like, nah, this is just the way I am. This is the way I have always been. No, but there's a reason why, though. And then the more you start, like digging, and now they start catching on, they'll shut you down. They'll be like, man, nah, man, shut the fuck up, fool. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about with your fucking stupid shit. Like, why are you getting mad for now, bro? I felt like we were making progress. A la verga. Because I get sometimes some conversation with some individuals where they're like, nah, bro, hey, ¿sabes qué? Hey, I had both of my parents and they were there for me, bro. So, I'm still from a hood, dog. So that's how I know you're lying. And then that always catches my attention, right? Because I'm like, really interesting. Like, now I'm curious, So then we start digging, right? And then as we're digging, right, they're starting to catch on and realize about shit that I guess they cared about, but they just didn't notice at the time because they're kids, like I said, right? Because now you're seeing it from the perspective of an adult. You're an adult, so now you're like, it's because I was a stupid little kid. That's why, and everything like, because you're an adult now, you're able to see that. No. You were a child at the time. You don't have that kind of mentality, so you're not aware of that. So now you're telling me you expect the kid to realize that and have that mental and have those understandings at that age? Name a kid that actually has that at that age. They don't. They're kids. That's why it's important for the parent to be there. And that's why you don't send no 14, 15-year-old out into the world and call them an adult. Oh, he's got this shit in a bag. Nah, he can handle it. He can handle it. He can deal with it. No, you don't, because they're kids. And you're supposed to be right there because they're going to fuck up and make mistakes, right? So now you're telling me as these children, nah, they knew what they were doing. Nah, they wanted all of this. All of this shit, nah, they knew what was up and everything like that. Really? What kid do you fucking know that's like that, right? And send them out into the world and they were practically adults already. They go let your fucking 16, 17-year-old out into the fucking real world. So he's practically a fucking adult, no? No, but see, that's different, fool. My kid is not a gang member. Also, because they joined the gang, all of a sudden that somehow now they're blessed with a little bit more information or or social skills or survival skills. I didn't mean, like, when I got jumped in, I must have missed my package on that. You know what I mean? It's the parents' job to guide their kids, right? Down the right path. You're telling me, how are you not knowing where your 14, 15-year-old is midnight? How do you not know where he's at? No, pues esos pinches amigos, like, well, who's the parent here? I mean, you can't keep that kid home. You know, you see it all the time, tragedy in the news, right? Another young kid gets shot in South Los Angeles. He was only 15 years old. The crime happened at 2 a.m. Why the fuck was a 15-year-old out at 2 a.m. and the parents had no idea where their kids were? How the fuck did you not know where your kid was? I mean, well, yeah. I didn't know he wasn't in his room. Yeah, because you hardly pay attention to him. You hardly check up on him. You guys hardly talk. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's why you had no idea. Yeah, I can only imagine. Do you know who? I don't know who might have done this. I don't know. Yeah, because you don't never talk to your kid. That's why you don't fucking know nothing about him. That's why you're not able to even come to help the Huda with anything, because you don't know shit about him. Come on now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get back into the work. We out.